Hello everyone. Today we will try to understand the operation of precision full wave rectifier. It is called as precision full wave rectifier because the output what we are getting is going to be very precise, and compared to diode rectifier, the advantage of this precision rectifier is we don't have that diode drop of 0.7 volt as far as silicon diode is concerned, right? So that can be easily avoided. And also the another advantage of this precision rectifier is we can have a amplified output. So basically the rectifier is supposed to convert AC signal into a DC signal. Okay, so here we are able to do that operation of AC to DC conversion without any diode drop, and also we can able to increase the amplitude of the output. So to conduct this experiment, we require op amps 2 in number, we need 2 diodes, and there are some resistors required, and we need a function generator to give the input, and also we need a DC supply and CRO for measurement of the waveform. So this is the circuit of precision full wave rectifier, wherein we can see that we are using 2 op amps basically which are connected in the inverting amplifier configuration, and we can see that there are 2 diodes used, D1 and D2, at the output of op amp 1, first op amp. Okay, and from this full wave rectifier we are expecting such an output waveform. So we can see that V1 is the output of op amp 1 and V2 is the output of op amp 2. So totally the overall output we can expect as a precision full wave rectifier. Means, for example, if you are giving a 0.5 volt input, so output also we are going to get 0.5 volt peak only. And the same thing can be also understood using the transfer characteristics. It is the graph of variation of output voltage with respect to input voltage. So this is the design of precision full wave rectifier, and here we have considered 2 cases. The first case is with the gain equal to 10. So as I said earlier itself, here the output voltage can be amplified, and here the amplification factor is considered to be 10, and for that all the resistors here connected to the circuit, that is the feedback resistors and all other resistors, are taken to be 10 kilo ohm, and except the input resistor, the input resistor is considered to be 1 kilo ohm. And the gain of the precision full wave rectifier can be calculated by the product of the gain of individual op amp circuits. Okay, so that's what is shown here. Minus RF by RI is the gain of the first op amp, and minus RF by RA is the gain of the second op amp. So when you substitute the values of resistors there, so we are going to get the gain as 10. Okay, that is first case. Similarly, if you don't want any amplification, you just need the rectified output without any amplification, so that's also possible. We can make the gain of the circuit as 1, right, by selecting all values of the resistors in the circuit equal. If you use equal value of resistors for all the resistor components of the circuits, then we are going to get the gain of the circuit as 1. Okay, and we can take the readings, or we can take the tabular values as shown in the tabular column. Theoretically, based on the given input, whatever input we are giving, we can calculate the theoretical value, that is the output we can expect as gain times of input voltage, and for that practically how much we are going to get, that we can see from the experiment, right? So as per the circuit diagram what I have shown earlier, we have connected this circuit for precision full wave rectifier. So we can see that there are two diodes here, this and this. These two are the diodes connected as shown in the circuit diagram, and these are all the resistors which are connected in the circuit. So totally we have 5 resistors as we have shown in the circuit. Okay, so all this circuit connection is as per the circuit diagram, and I have considered here, let us say initially let us try to check the output for no amplification, means the amplification factor or the gain of the circuit I have made it or considered it to be 1. So all the resistors values in the circuit are same, and I have taken the resistor values as 1 kilo ohm. You can choose any value of resistor which are of equal values, means if you are using 1 kilo ohm, all the resistors should be of 1 kilo ohm. If you are using 10 kilo ohm, all the resistors should be of 10 kilo ohm. Okay, so now let us try to switch it on and see what we can get. So this is the function generator which is used to give the input signal. The sinusoidal or the AC input signal will be given by this function generator, and this is the power supply. So this is a fixed voltage power supply. So here we are giving a plus or minus 12 volt input to the power supply to the op amp. Okay, so we can see that channel 1 is connected to the input and channel 2 is connected to the output. So we can understand that, or we can see that the channel 1 and channel 2 both are given a scale of 0.5 volt. Both are said to be to the scale of 0.5 volt. So we can understand from that the input voltage given is 0.5 volt. Okay, so input voltage is set is 0.5 volt, and for that the output what we are getting, we can see that the output is also 0.5 volt. Correct. So if you want, you can just overlap the input and output waveform to understand how the rectification is happening. Am I right? For both positive half cycle of the input as well as for the negative half cycle input, we are getting a positive output. Alright, so that's how we are getting a rectified output voltage, and we can understand here that there is no amplification. The output is, the amplitude of the output is same as input without any amplification, but there is a rectification happening. The AC is converted into a DC. Even though it is not a pure DC, at least we are getting a pulsating DC at least. So using the capacitor filters and all, we can convert this pulsating DC into a pure DC also. Okay, so I hope you understood how the AC signal is converted into a DC signal. So this is for the gain of 1, wherein all the resistors are of equal value. Now let us try to increase the gain of the output. So by changing the value of resistors. So let us now take resistor values, the feedback resistor values as 10 kilo ohm, except the input resistor as we have designed. So input resistor will keep it as 1 kilo ohm only. Rest all resistors, remaining 4 resistors, will change it as 10 kilo ohm, so that the gain of the circuit is going to become 10. Okay, as you can see now, the input resistor which is in green in color, since the color code is not clearly visible, I can just say the color of the resistor, it is green in color, and all other resistors maybe in cream colors. So all those are 10 kilo ohm except the input resistor which is of 1 kilo ohm. So with this combination of the resistors, we are going to get a gain of 10. Okay, that means the output will be multiplied or amplified by 10 times that of the input. Okay, and the input signal we have not yet changed. The input voltage is still 0.5 volt only we are giving, so that we can see that. So the input channel 1 is the input, so channel 1 is set as 0.5 volt, that is now the input amplitude is 0.5 volt, whereas channel 2 is set as 5 volt, means one box of channel 2 is going to give 5 volt. Okay, so channel 2 is the output. Fine, so we can see that now the channel 2 is giving an output of 5 volt, correct? So input is still 0.5, whereas the output we are getting it as 5 volt, that is 10 times more than the input voltage, correct? So that's how. And also we can see that the output is still rectified. We are able to get a amplified output as well as rectified output. The output is amplified as well as rectified, so we can see that. So for both positive and negative half cycle of the input, we are able to get a positive output or rectified output. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. It's very simple procedure, and whatever readings we are going to get, so that we have to note down in the tabular column as I have shown in the earlier. Okay, thank you.